Hi everyone, today my name is Marsh Fernando. I would like to welcome you to a brief session on search meetings. Search meetings is a service that helps global manufacturers and service providers to find specific matching buyers or importers from over 35 different countries. So this service definitely helps manufacturers of anywhere in the world to find the right matching buyers. Now, this is a daunting task if you're a manufacturer or a marketer of a product to find the right buyer. Now, our service is dedicated for you to find the right buyer. So I'm going to run a couple of slides just introducing our service and to give you a bit of a overview of as to how we can help you to take your products into international markets. And at the end of the session, I'll be there to answer any questions or queries that you have. So our invitation today is to join with Search Meetings and take your business into international markets. For further information, you can jump into searchmeetings.com or log in and register with your respective business hub that's assigned in your country and talk to the local teams as well to get more information. So if you look at what this service is, so this service is specifically targeting global suppliers and manufacturers who are actually wanting to export products and services into multiple geographies and jump into international markets. So what Search Meetings would do, we actually organize buyer meetings or a video conference and connect the buyer and the seller together. It's an easier way for you to meet a buyer. Obviously, we all know it's costlier for us to physically go in and start promoting our products and services. Also, with the current environment, there could be travel restrictions and various other challenges involved in the process as well. So what we do is we actually cut the clutter in between and bring the right buyer who's actually willing to talk to you and strike a deal in terms of what the product that you market. The business meetings in today's context would be the most convenient and the cost-effective method of having a business conversation. And our process is very easy, very straightforward. And the biggest unique element of our search meeting service is our prices are fixed and you pay for a specific meeting with a buyer of your choice. So you're actually having a buyer coming into the table and you have the liberty of deciding as to what buyer that you would want to speak to. And then our commitments as minimum as 5 meetings and you're pretty much smooth sailing there. And the outcome, obviously, one-to-one business meetings conducted by a consultant from Search Meetings would be another plus because we sit there in the meeting and we make sure that both parties have been put together and we follow a proper guideline so that in terms of connecting two parties and making sure the contacts and everything else being shared as well. Also, I would like to give you a little bit of an overview of our market coverage. So we actually operate in multiple geographies, as I said. Our current buyer reach is about 1.2 million international business buyers, and then we keep adding different buyers from different countries representing different industries. And we have specific teams who actually talk to these buyers and then understand their purchasing requirement for today as well as for future. So we are really into this game in terms of nurturing these buyers and providing them the right service. And obviously, you as suppliers, manufacturers, and service providers, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to jump into these markets with us and obviously take your business into next level. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, also giving you a little bit of an overview of the segments of the buyers that we have. Obviously, as you can see in the slide, we have a massive cross-section of products and service requirements coming from our buyer fraternity, be it consumer electronics, food, beverages, home and garden, health and beauty, apparel, home appliances, and furniture, just to highlight the categories that we have over 100,000 business buyers who are actually waiting to meet up with quality suppliers and service providers like yourselves. I would also like to give you a bit of an overview of how the meeting process works, because we have dedicated consultants who actually take care of the meeting process. So the first step When you sign up, our consultants talks to you and we try and understand your products and your requirements. And then we put your products and services and your MOQs, etc., into our system. And our system has what we call an AI-based artificial intelligence module that basically match the buyer's requirement and then the seller's requirement. So that way we would actually be able to generate a list of matching buyers or importers for your product and service. And then we actually talk to the buyer. We show your profile and obviously your credentials. And then we obviously get the buyer to give us a green light that the buyer is happy to meet you. And then we'll obviously come to you with a list of buyers who actually are interested in talking to you. So this way we cut the clutter, we save your time. It's not going to be a time-wasting conversation. So we do a lot of the hard work in terms of bringing the right buyer into the table. And we make sure that it is a meaningful meeting. And once both parties agree, we obviously coordinate and then we fix a convenient date and a time for the meeting. And everything is communicated through email, through WhatsApp and other preferred sources of communication to the supplier as well as to the buyer. And then obviously our consultants sit in the very first meeting to make sure that both parties have been introduced. And obviously a conversation is being made in a smoothest possible manner so that both parties are sort of being able to quickly jump into a business conversation. We do share lots of guidelines and lots of relevant information and support prior to a meeting, just in case if that's something that you would want help from us. So we're there right throughout the process. Now you also must be wondering, a lot of the times we come across this sort of a more like a question or a clarification from our customers. How do you find buyers and what's the process you have in terms of managing these business buyers? So business buyer management is a separate exercise that we conduct. So we have teams located in 35 different countries. So they talk to these buyers day in and day out. We have meetings with them, we talk to them, we try and understand, we nurture them, and we do lots of work in terms of managing these buyers. So these dedicated teams, they are specialized in understanding the buyer requirements. And buyers are actually happy to work with us because we cut down their time in terms of having to source quality certified suppliers. So we actually work as a facilitator in terms of making global trade happen. And we conduct something like 7,000 plus business meetings every month across 35 plus geographies. So it's been a service that's been there and it is growing and going strength to strength because we get so many buyers, so many sellers joining our business hubs and our portfolio of services every day. And also just to give you a bit of an idea as to how these meetings is, they're typically a Zoom call where we conduct the meeting and then obviously the buyer and the seller talks to each other, and obviously the seller gets to show their products, their videos, etc. So usually these calls last about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We try not to make it too long. Obviously, if you want to have follow-up meetings, you're free to have that because obviously all the credentials and the contact details of both parties have been shared during the meeting, and we make sure that the follow-ups also being done. Giving you a little bit about our client base. So we work with the global events trade show organizations as well as governments in terms of providing this service. Plus, we also support them various other relevant services as well. You can see my contact details. I take care of the international business operations for Search Meetings Australia. You can reach out to me via email at marsh@o2events.com, or you can jump into searchmeetings.com, or you can talk to your local country representative, as well as you will be able to register your profile into the relevant business hub that we have launched in your specific geographies. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm available for any questions and queries, and feel free to clarify yourself. And I would openly welcome all of you to join Search Meetings and take your business to the next level. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions or queries that you have. Thank you so much.